it's time for ads and self-care. Back in 3 minutes, don't despair.
Welcome Raiders. I thought I turned off the alerts. Oh well, hi. Welcome Raiders. I thought I turned off the alerts. Oh well, hi. Should be fine now. I had Twitch open and rated myself.
The ads are over. Rejoice. Hope you had a good break. No more ad time to take. Back to the game of choice.
Alright, welcome one and all. I am so glad to see you. I am Sakura, and with me is my good friend, the always effusive, Bogus Meat Factory. Due to health reasons, it is often painful to speak. I use a text-to-speech voice, which has greatly improved my life. However, this makes it slightly hard to play and talk at the same time.
Havoc is about games and friends. Quadland and collection, the mind bends. A variety beyond compare. Welcoming and caring extraordinary.
There will be pauses as I type. Thus I got the most talkative person I know to help out. A round of applause for Bogus. I appreciate everyone being here. It truly is wonderful for such awesome people to be here. I will occasionally pause to chat or interject. Sometimes it will be in Twitch chat. Bear with me if you would. Otherwise, I'm sure Bogus will provide color commentary and discussion. If you would, do a quick introduction of yourself. Bogus.
Hello everybody, I am Bogus Meat Factory. I am a variety streamer who've been streaming now since yesterday, celebrated my 10-year stream anniversary. It's an absolute pleasure to meet all of you. Happy Save&Raid everybody. I'm so excited to play Half-Life 2. So let's Sakura get to business. Let's go. And thank you for the congrats. Very excited. Oh, nervous.
Now for a short overview of my incentives and donations. Incentive-wise, firstly, a $5 donation will make me use the crowbar only for 1 minute. If I am unable to at that time, I will at the soonest opportunity. Secondly, for a $10 donation, I'll bunny hop like a washed-up Quake Pro. Back in ancient times of the mid to late 90s, I played at a near pro level. I am far worse now, hugely out of practice, as well as being old and slow. So it will more like bunny hopping like a fool.
Already got ourselves a $10 donation. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. I'm putting that in for the bunny hops.
If you want to donate more and stack any of these, just state so in the donation or chat.
I'm keeping track. Ooh. I'll be really loud. I can be loud. This is what I do for a living.
And as far as milestones go, we've completed the first one for 6,000 rays, which is to do a stream of Portal speed run attempts. A long time ago, I used to be decent at Portal and was around 35 minutes average for non-exploit runs. That's been improved by many, however, I haven't tried for over 10 years, so we'll do some. Will be a glorious disaster. We also completed the second at $9,000 raised. Bogus and I will play the Portal to Co-op campaign. We both love Portal, so more of it. When we hit 13,000, that will unlock myself and the phenomenal Artyom Havoc playing the newly released Last Epic in a co-op stream. Thank you so much once again. Let's pick up at the esteemed Techno Bumble's last save. Bogus, you have the floor.
I have the floor. I'm very excited. All right, so we have 1 minute for Crowbar and Bunny Hop right now. Do you want to do them both all together as one? I've got the timer ready, or do you want to do it individually? Bunny Hop both. Okay, boom. 1 minute set on the timer. You got this. Oh, I believe. I'm very excited. Welcome, everybody, by the way. For those who don't know, we are doing this charity organization for Save, which is a wonderful organization that is all about providing education and awareness about suicide prevention and care. It's one of the most vital things that we need in our society. It is so worth every penny. If you donate, you get to add some of those wonderful incentives for doing so here on the stream for your own personal entertainment. It's really worth it. Definitely check it out. It is fantastic. Sakura, ooh, where are we right now in this? This is exciting. I didn't get to see where we were last time. I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad with kids, so I just finally got into this, and I haven't seen where we are in Half-Life 2. Oh, baby. We got cars. I love this stuff. And for those who have never played Half-Life 2, it is an absolutely... Oh, there it is. There it is. That was the end of our 1 minute timer. You're good. You're free to go, Sakura. No more crowbar or bunny hopping. For now, at least. This is a wonderful game. This is a classic. It's so fantastic. I love this game so much. keeping an eye. I've got my pencil and paper ready to go just to make sure that we have
I'm
all of
going
this.
to do crowbar next battle. That felt unfair.
Okay, that's for sure. That's fine. That is a cat behind me. That is my cat Isha. She is sitting in the back of my chair at the moment. She's my cat. I love her very much. I'm her person. We just got her recently, just a couple months ago. She's like 5 months old right now. I love the driving segments. I don't know why. I enjoy the driving segments of Half-Life. There's something weird about them. I know a lot of people don't like them as much comparatively, but this feeling of traversal is so great. It's so much fun. And yeah, Sakura is too strong. I Am Tenderly nails it. They have the weekend by taking away the guns, because it's gonna be so great like, to watch having to struggle with but luckily in this case with like the next big combats, I don't think there's any like crazy big stuff, so it should be manageable, hopefully. Ooh, and also thank you everybody who has given a follow, who's come in from the raids. Everybody, that is all super appreciative. Everybody supporting Sakura. Sakura, if you guys don't know, is the biggest cheerleader of people in this community without question. They have been a really dedicated fan to all the channels and all of the people involved, working tirelessly to help support folks who are in need, answer any questions, and overall be an overwhelming font of knowledge. Sakura is the best person on the face of the planet. Oh, we got another $10, so that's going to be for a bunny hop. You want me to start the bunny hop? I'll start the bunny hop. Boink. 1 minute for bunny hopping. Starting now. Ooh. Endless bunny hopping. I love this so much. Oh, and we got another $10. Ooh, that means that we'll get an extra minute after this. Oh no. Oh no. Bunny hop at the bridge. Oh my goodness. Bunny hop at the bridge.
Roful, get ready to splat.
I'm ready. All right. Reset the timer there. We're good. This is so great. There's going to be a short delay, of course, in my reactions to these things. I apologize, but I very much love this. Oh my gosh. All right. 1 more minute added to the bunny hop. There we are. So now you got 1 more minute, and then you'll be free. Like that. You're splat. You know what? Like, say what you will about the lack of combat situations for a crowbar only, but the bunny hop right now has definitely made up for it. I'm so sorry, Sakura. Oh my god, this is the best.
I'm laughing.
The spacebar presses are not her intentionally doing so, it's just all from the last right now.
Donation received.
Oh my gosh. But hey, look at this. You've got a ton of ammo. You're great on health. They left you in a good position. You're gonna do fantastic. Oh, another bunny hop. So, and the timer is just about the end for this one too. So that means another bunny hop is added. Now, bam, another minute. Keep bunny hopping. Oh, and getting the rockets. You know what's gonna happen. They have a lot of rocket stuff here. So that, oh gosh, you know what's coming up. Keep bunny hopping. We got another minute added. Oh my gosh. Oh. Technobubble does not remember this was a platforming section. Oh yeah. What's crazy is, so like when I play these games, and when I get into these kind of really tense, high-rise jumping platforming moments, I don't get nervous. But if I watch anybody play them, I get incredibly nervous. Like, my palms are so sweaty right now. I watched my wife, she played Mario 3, Super Mario Bros. 3, and anytime that she had, like, a auto-scrolling section, where there was a lot of jumping and a lot of, like, high stuff in the air with clouds and things, I can't do it. I'm so nervous. There we go. All right, so you're no more bunny hopping right now. You're free from the bunny hopping until somebody puts in another $10.
Thank God. Ruffle,
Donation received.
Yeah, we're good. Yep. I'm all caught up. Oh, nope, we're not. Start jumping again. Here we go. Thank you for the donation. Just spam us them. Thank you so much. Keep it going. Bunny hop. Deep exhale. Nope, don't stop that hop. Don't stop the hop. Don't stop the hop. Oh, oh no. I know exactly what's coming up too. Oh boy. I remember this moments all too well. This is terrifying. Because not only, don't forget to keep hopping. Yeah, you got that bunny hop. Oh gosh. Oh. I'm with you, Toasty. Deep exhale. And again, folks, we're doing this all for charity. This is why we do these things. It's the best stuff. People have been doing some really crazy stuff of playing with a steering wheel, playing with a Guitar Hero controller. It's the best time. All right, no more bunny hops. You're good. Yeah, doing this for charity, for Save, which is a wonderful organization that's dedicated towards suicide prevention and education and awareness. It's such a vital thing. Again, we really appreciate all of the donations, especially in this slot where we're having to make Sakura bunny hop through this incredibly tense moment. And also, I appreciate it. Steph B says, nice of you to do the commentary for Sakura. That is very nice of you to say so. Sakura has been a huge supporter of my stream and been around for a very, very long time. One of, a mod of my channel and a mod of many of yours, I'm sure. They're the best. And I couldn't say no, because they've been so supportive of me, and it's the best thing that you could do is to help support your friends. So I very much am happy to do so. Nukem asks, does anyone else get vertigo from this section? Oh.
I deeply appreciate it.
Oh, you're the best, Sakura. Yeah, absolutely, I get vertigo. What's crazy is, I live in the great state of Michigan. We have the Mackinac Bridge, which is a monumental, freestanding bridge. And when you can take a tour, like, underneath it, and very much this feel, this vibe right here is very real.
I watched that movie many times, and I still don't get vertigo.
Tiki Wisdom says, Sakura's doing incredible with the hops, and both are devastating to the bad guys. It's true. Man, this is wild, too. Yeah, so, like, we talk about those major landmark, like, first-person shooter games, and really, you look at, like, Doom, Quake 2, Unreal, and then this. I feel like Half-Life 2 was one of the biggest game changers just in terms of how we design first-person shooters in general. Absolutely monumental. Then it just says, well, great state of Michigan, home of the city of tetanus-flavored water, indeed. And hell, but we're also Thanatos, the home of hell. So, like, how bad could it be? Captain Pilgrim said both Half-Life games set the bar. Absolutely. Half-Life 1 provided a lot more of that kind of puzzle platforming and like huge more environmental interactions that were so game changing in a big way. And then Half-Life 2 really amping up storytelling and atmosphere in a way that we really hadn't seen at the time. Welcome, Raiders, by the way, from Nevbite. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the channel. It's a Nev Raid. Welcome, Nevbite. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. We're doing, for you guys who are coming in, I'm Bogus Meat Factory. I'm the voice for Sakura today as they play through Half-Life 2. We are doing charity fundraising for Save&Raid, a great organization, Save, which is
Set the crowbar timer, please.
Okay, set the crowbar timer. 1 minute. Bam. And this is one that is dedicated towards education and awareness for suicide prevention and help and aid of people who have been affected by suicide. And it's one of the most wonderful organizations ever. And thank you everybody for the follows coming in from the raid. Yeah, making sure I'm all up to date on everything here. Thanatos says at least we're not Ohio. It's true, we're not Ohio. Ohio was so flat. Yes, thank you everybody for the follows. That is very kind of you. Very kind of you. Now, for those coming in, also, we do have some incentives for donations. If you are interested, for every $5, she goes crowbar only in combat situations for 1 whole minute. And at $10, it's bunny hop for a minute, which you think, oh, that's not big a deal right now. But in the current stage we're in, it is incredibly effective in creating tension and challenge. Yeah. Excellent. Your time is up on crowbar only. You're free to use weapons, Soccer. You've got this. Cotesio, how are you today? Or Cotesio. Cotesio. That's it. I got it right this time. You woke up late today. No, I don't feel you. It's been crazy. It's been really busy. I hope you all get rest too after all this
Looks like that's going to go well.
Not in blue shift. Boo. Hello, Puzzle X. It's welcome. It's good to have you. Oh man, it's gonna be a good time.
Hey, Puzzle.
This is Blue Life 2 shift. There you go, Toasty. That's it exactly. It's old Horf Life Torf. Also, we do have a $15 incentive where I read Half-Life fanfiction to you all, which I do apologize in advance. It's all safe for work. We have just the mild erotica, okay? I've plucked just some mild erotica. Some choice picks. I was really surprised because I was looking for let's get some weird crossover stuff. And there are some insane crossovers of Half-Life fanfiction, but it's so played straight and like bland and serious, like a Dr. House MD crossover fanfiction, but it is like 20 pages of Dr. House just taking care of people. And oh, what? We got a $99 donation. Oh my goodness, Soccer Borg. Why did we skip the magic number? Oh my goodness. That means that we get to have some. Can 25 for $25? Can you read Triple X Erotica Half-Life? I wish I could. I don't know if that would be great on stream. I think they get mad at us. But that means that we're gonna do some fan fiction right now. You guys ready for this? Let me get my bookmarks. I got my phone ready. All right.
How would you like that $99 split?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. I mean,
Round it 100.
Round it to 100, yeah. So we can put that in any way you like, if you want, of course. Oh my gosh, I have the perfect one. The Half-Life fanfictions are really weird. Like the Alvin and the Chipmunks fanfiction, it is a really long fanfiction, but it is 90% just Alvin and the Chipmunks and 1% Half-Life. It's not great. Thank you for the follow
And
as well.
thank you so much for that, Dono.
Yeah, that was way too kind. That's the best. How are you doing, by the way, Bork? It's good to see you.
And thank you so much for that, Dono.
Bork's like, how do I do this? I guess we should do some fanfic. We can do some fanfic. We can do... I pretty much put this in page for page. So this is the one entitled Snug as a Bug. Are you ready? Barney paid no mind to the terrarium in the corner of the dorm. How could he, when a flurry of touches and kisses corralled him into the bed and stripped him of his clothes? It was probably an iguana. Gordon seemed the type. It was only afterward, being spooned comfortably in bed as sweat cooled on his forehead, that Barney could get a good look at the tank just across the room. The dorm was dark, but there was enough ambient light to discern the shape of frogs and twigs. Sure enough, one twig moved. And then another. And then another. Until finally the reality of what Barney was looking at registered in his brain. In the single pulse of a synapse, his entire body locked up. His breath held. His eyes wide. Blood iced. His stomach dropped to the center of the earth. There, staring back at him, was a giant, hairy tarantula. The gaze petrified Barney to stone, a gaze from far too many eyes. Past the Gordon remained blissfully unaware that he was curled around a frozen statue. Barney was too afraid to make a move or utter a sound lest he stir the creature or his lover to agitation. Instead, he gripped the covers tight, trying to close his eyes, but knowing deep down in his gut that if he let his guard down, he would surely awaken to this hairy creature crawling on his face. So his eyes remained open, his brain drifting frighteningly close to sleep before being sharply reined in by a deep-seated and primal fear. The hours blurred, the time immeasurable, with natural light shut out by layers and layers of concrete and soil. Hour after hour after hour after hour. Harshly and mercifully, an alarm shrieked through the cold, still air, and Barney swallowed the heart that had jumped into his throat. Gordon groaned, his spooning arm recoiling back to rub at his eyes. He felt around for his bearings. His touch softened once he remembered he had company for the night. He leaned in close to plant a kiss on Barney's ear. "Good morning," Gordon murmured. Barney hummed, too tired to mask his frustration. Still, oblivious to the nightmare scenario, Gordon quickly rolled out of bed and switched on the lights. Barney watched as the tarantula scurried from the light, hiding beneath a log. A fresh wave of revulsion reverberated through his bones. "I don't know how you sleep at night with that monster staring at you," Barney huffed. Gordon frowned, a deep line creasing between his brows. Still clad in his briefs, he motioned over to the terrarium. "You mean Henrietta?" "I don't care what you call it," Barney cried out. "It gives me the creeps." The look he gave Barney was odd, full of disappointment more than anything. He heaved a deep sigh. "You know, it's usually women that have a problem with the company I keep." "Oh, nice insinuation there, pal," Barney sneered. "Anyone in their right mind would burn that thing with a flamethrower." No, Barney, sorry, we're gonna, Pug.com says, wait, Barney is in Don, not in Andy Griffin. No, Barney is in the guard from Half-Life 2. And Half-Life Blue Shift. Right, he's Barney in Half-Life Blue Shift. Alright. There we go. All at once, that haughtiness fell away from Gordon's face, replaced with deftly controlled rage. "Get out." Barney, still buck naked in bed, faltered under the intense gaze. "Are you kidding me?" Yet Gordon's glare did not let up. His finger rigidly pointed to the door. "Get out of my dorm. Now." Barney made a huff, but found himself too intimidated to object any further. He threw off the covers and quickly shuffled back into his clothes, keenly aware of Gordon's intense glare whilst he did so. He didn't dare reciprocate eye contact again, simply barging out the door without any word. 15 minutes later, Barney dejectedly pursued the fatty and carb-loaded breakfast offerings in the cafeteria. He settled on the last pair of donuts and a cup of black coffee. With caffeine finally flowing through his veins, he could finally shrug off some of his sleep-deprived stupor and get the gears in his head turning. Was his phobia more important than getting laid, after all? It was good sex. Definitely the best he was going to get in crazy-ass place. But of course the guy had to own a fucking pet spider of all things. Sorry. Pug.com says, "Did Sakura sign up for this? I've made sure that it is all very, very tame. Don't worry. I promise it's okay. This is all for charity." Barney pretended to ignore Gordon's entrance, his methodical procurement of a bowl of oatmeal, and his retreat to a table in the corner of the cafeteria. An inconspicuous glance told Barney more than his peripheral vision could. A tense back and a terse frown. He felt his conscience leaning on his shoulder and attempted to shrug it off. He was ultimately unsuccessful. Barney stood from his table, taking his breakfast with him, and crossed no man's land. Gordon, an already sparse conversationalist, was a master at the silent treatment and kept his head down as the guard approached. Like a white flag of surrender, Barney waved the apology donut at the edge of the scientist's vision. "I managed to get the last two," Barney said, placing the fried bread on his friend's napkin. "Here's your half." Gordon eyed it silent. "Can I sit here?" The implacable man shrugged, picked up the donut, and taking a bite out of it, relieved but still leery. Barney slipped into the empty chair across from Gordon. Instead of chowing down on his own donut, he ran a hand through his hair. Hey, I'm sorry for being an ass earlier, Barney spoke, avoiding eye contact. It's your dorm, and what you keep in there is your business. I was a guest, but I ended up being disrespectful. Gordon looked up from his food, the glare on his glasses, causing his expression to be unreadable. Barney looked away, shyly palming his neck, still somehow found the courage to continue. Look, I had a really good time last night, barring my phobia, so would you give me a second chance? A small smile creeped onto Gordon's face. Yeah, I had fun too. Barney let out a relieved sigh, slumping in his chair. I know a lot of people don't like sorry. I know a lot of people don't like bugs. I get it, Gordon said, but I don't like it when people express a desire to kill them with fire, especially if those bugs are my pets. Yeah, you're right, really. I'm sorry. Gordon seemed to deflate a bit too, the ice in his joints melting.
I want to kill them with fire.
Everyone's like, I'm getting uncomfortable. It's okay. I promise it doesn't get any more. You have literally gotten the sexiest parts, I promise. All right, Gordon seemed to deflate. It's all about a spider. This is a fan fiction about a tarantula. It's insane. There's no death. No. No deaths of pink lizards. No deaths of animals. I did not. There's a lot that have like animal cruelty that I did not pick. I very, very particularly picked wholesome and appropriate things. I promise. All right. Whew. Gordon seemed to deflate a bit too. The ice in his joints melting. I should apologize too. I didn't need to insult you. Barney waved it off. It's all right. My classmates in school didn't give me that bad of a time when Spider sent me screaming. I was a class clown after all. It was part of my act. Gordon shook his head, reminiscing himself. You know, the only time I got detention in school was after I wailed on a kid for smashing snails during recess. Oh, we got another $100 donation. Oh my gosh, we will discuss details later, but this stream is nice. Oh my. Thank you for the donation, Seeky Wisdom. When I finish with this, let us know how you want that. If you want more fan fiction, if you want her to do some bunny tops for 10 minutes, whatever you like, we'll make it happen. Thank you so much for the donation. That is very, very kind. Oh my goodness. I've been saving the good stuff for Sakura's stream. My stream is like I'm eating hot sauce and that's it. And here I was very much like I'm saving the good stuff for Sakura. All right.
Appreciate that so much.
Okay. Let's see. Barney's brows shot up in surprise. Is that so? Well, thanks for not giving me a black eye, Doc. You really believe I'm a violent person? Gordon asked, feeling serious. Well, I mean, you could have fooled me. Barney laughed, playing off his friend's concern. I never want to see you mad again. You look scary as hell. At this reply, Gordon only frowned. His gaze drooped to his half-eaten donut. Hey now, Barney said, reaching out to clap his friend on the shoulder. It's all in the looks, right? I know you're harmless. You're like what they say about bugs. That they're more afraid of you than you are of them. Or they only attack when they're cornered or whatever. Gordon lifted his eyes, some warmth returning to his green irises. Or if you smash snails for fun, Barney added. That finally broke a smile on Gordon's face, and he playfully pushed his friend's reassuring hand away, but still held on, thumb stroking the top of his knuckles in a tender caress. Barney blushed, picked apart his donut. Maybe we should stick to my dorm instead, he offered. What if I put a sheet over the terrarium? Deal. That's just part one of that. We have more. So do you want to... Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Wow, we hit 10K. What? We hit the 10K mark. Oh, my goodness. Holy smokes. Wow. That is amazing. Thank you all for the generous donations. That is all way too much.
1K hype. So wonderful.
Yes! Woo! Doing a dance. Where's my cat? Oh, my cat's sleeping in her bed. I would bring her in for a dance, but I don't want to bother her. Let's go!
Welcome
right.
in newcomers.
So, with that other massive donation, shall we continue to chapter 2 of Snug as a Bug? How do we want that $100 divvied up? I'm kind of breaking it up by page, essentially, because these get really long and ranty. I'm surprised. Do it. All right. You want it? Okay. Chapter 2. Intermission. Sleep came easy for Barney after the war.
Yeah, breaking Deb. That's awesome.
It's amazing. Unfortunately, 69, 69, 69 was skipped entirely, sadly. Especially for this stream, right? Chapter 2, Intermission. Sleep came easy for Barney after the war. The exhaustion, physical and mental, permeated deep enough to reach bone. Just a few minutes after settling himself, he could drift off to sleep anywhere, be it a moldy mattress or cobblestone alleyway. It was quite a change from his younger days. All anxious insomnia, with the vestigial caffeine from a 6 p.m. coffee still drifting through his veins. Yes, after all this time, sleep was easy to find. What was hard were the nightmares. Coworkers, tortured, strewn across the once pristine floors of Black Mesa. The bright blue sky cluttered with uncountable alien warships hanging immobile, like shrapnel frozen in time. And now, a head crab, viciously clamping on his face. It took him a split second to realize this was no nightmare, but reality. With a yell, he ripped the creature from his face and flung it across the dark room. The head crab chittered as it flailed around on its back. Trying to recover, not wasting time, Barney bolted out of the supply room and heaved the shutter door shut with a clang. He leaned a hand against the metal paneling, his breath coming out in shallow parts. What? A sleepy voice spoke up from the dark. What's happening? Remembering his company and his guard duty, Barney flipped on the nearest light switch. With light illuminating the secret lab, he caught sight of the elderly scientist rising from his cot, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. Sparky Bella says, my cat is a floor crab. Yay! 10k hype clipped with bogus reading. I'm sorry, Atari Bear Pong. I apologize in advance that milestone got reached amidst my tawdry readings. Let's see. Kleiner, be careful, there's a head crab in that room. Oh dear God, Kleiner gasped. You didn't hurt her, did you? Barney's eyes just about bulged out of his skull. Her? That's my dear pet, Barney. Are you fucking kidding me? The distress on Kleiner's face was immeasurable. Well, did you hurt her or not? You should be more concerned about me, Barney yelled. I woke up with that thing on my face. Please tell me you didn't hurt my little Hetty. Barney let out a frustrated sigh. Oh, come on, Doc. You hear it scurrying around in there, don't you? That thing's fine. I just flung it to the ground and shut the door. The scientist gave him an indignant look. You could have just said that instead of giving me a heart attack. Again, I'm the one who woke up with a head crab on his face. She was just following her instincts. I've debeaked her. She's completely harmless. All at once, the old man seemed to realize the gravity of his friend's ordeal. Barney's heart was still pounding, the sweat pouring from his brow. Breath quick. Cues easy to parse for anyone, but Kleiner was slow in the uptake. He patted Barney on the shoulder in reassurance. Oh, I do apologize, though. I forgot to mention her at all. It's been a few months since I hatched her, you see. Contestia says, I don't like head crabs in my steamy story. I don't like where that's going. Got the joke of Lamar's name. There you go. Yeah. All right. Let's see. And it had been a few months since Barney's last visit. He shook his head, refusing all attempts at comfort. You know what? I took that job at the train station all so I could keep a watchful eye on you and your latest project. I didn't think head crabs would be part of the deal. I intended to keep her in her cage while you visited, but she seems to have escaped. That's the second time, too. I need to find a proper pet carrier. Or how about a different pet altogether? Barney insisted. You ever thought of a cat? Kleiner let out a huff. I've already had many cats throughout my life. Sometimes I think I'm the only one serious about studying Earth's newfound and misunderstood alien inhabitants. What's so misunderstood about head crabs? Disgusting? Well, you're just proving my point, Barney. I can see you're not going to default on this, he sighed. Am I the only one talking sense? What did Eli say about this new pet? Oh my gosh. Alright, hold on. Let's see. The old scientist crossed his arms and stuck his chin up. I'll have you know, Eli thought that it was a novel experience to debunk a headcrab. Plus, I have other colleagues waiting for further development on headcrab behavior. Barney threw his hands up in defeat. Fine, let's just get this thing back in its cage so I can go back to sleep. You know, I still have some leftover watermelon. It should make the perfect bait. In a few minutes, the trap was set. A fence of cardboard boxes pressed up against the shutter door with a baited cage waiting in the middle. Carefully, Barney lifted up the door a few feet, jamming it in place. By sliding the wire cage forward, he stood by the wayside perfectly still, his frozen stance only a bit brought on by fear. Just a few steps away, also out of view, Kleiner watched intently as he wrung his hands. You sure this'll work? Barney whispered. Thought they only eat meat. And you would be wrong, Kleiner pointed toward the cage. Look! Sure enough, a head crab crept into the cage, warily poking at the fruit with one of her front legs. All at once, the alien tackled the wedge of watermelon, undulating in the same fashion as on a cranium. Moved by a mixture of urgency, revulsion, and panic, Barney slid the cage out from under the door and slammed it shut. The head crab, realizing that she was once again trapped, reared up the tip at her captor. Oh, here you go, Doc, Barney grumbled, passing the cage off to Kleiner. You're welcome. Darn Beer Pong says, every time you say head crabs, Bogus. I'm sorry, head crabs. The fanfic is way longer than I expected. This isn't, I'm a cat. This is chapter 2. There's another chapter. We're not going to get into that one until we get another donation. I don't even know. These are so long. I cannot stress enough how many I found that were just a million pages. Like I said, the Alvin and the Chipmunks Half-Life crossover is like 30 pages, and it's 25 of it is just Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then 5 pages of them are in the world of Half-Life. Ooh, thank you so much for Spamazone gifting the gift sub. That's very kind of you. Newcomb says, I'm just saying, canonically, head crabs are nicknamed headhunters. Hard time keeping a straight face and not cracking up. It's not easy, Mask Guru Gaming, that's for sure. Alright, sorry. Ooh, alright. Okay, Kleiner fiddled with the lock. Oh, you see? It's just a simple bolt latch. She could have easily manipulated it with a claw. I'll have to document it. Just might be as intelligent as Corvids. The scientist made his way to his work table, setting down the cage with the death latch. He then stooped low, shushing his pet. It's all right, Hetty. You're safe. Barney shook his head, a familiar sight tugging at his chest. He hate to admit it, this really brings me back. You know Gordon had a pet tarantula back in Black Mesa? Oh yes, you're right, Kleiner grinned as he reminisced. Quite a beautiful specimen, too. I cherished the moment he let me handle her. Barney shuddered. Ugh, I don't even want to imagine. Freeman had quite the respectable taste in pets. Kleiner paused, his gaze wistful. Do miss that fellow? A silence overtook them both. Barney paced the corkboard, scanning the papers declaring Earth's defeat. Portal storms ravaging the surface. Wherever he is, he's not missing out on much. A small knowing smile graced Kleiner's melancholy face. And where do you figure he is? Barney let out a singular chuckle. Usually people balked at the idea of Gordon Freeman being anything but dead. Maybe Kleiner was humoring him. Or maybe he also believed that Freeman was something else entirely. He caught sight of the old photo of the anomalous materials team, with a scratched-out administrator and the unreadable gaze of a spectacled man. He's not dead, that's for sure. Probably on Zen, cut off from all communication, and hanging out with the unlucky Vorts that didn't hightail it out when their leader was destroyed. If only their telepathy could pierce that nigh impenetrable barrier! Barney laughed, coming back to Earth. That would certainly help the teleport project, wouldn't it? Indeed it would, Kleiner said, nodding. Still, we're only using Zen as a relay to send things to and fro on Earth's surface. Barney stuck a thumb to his chest. Well, if you pencil pushers ever need someone to go back to that godforsaken shithole, I'll be first in line. I know you're the only man we've got that's ever returned from Zen. I hope it never comes to that. Kleiner patted his old coworker on the back. After all, you're already doing so much for the Resistance. You've got enough to be preoccupied with. Barney shot him a wry smile. Just you wait, Doc. One of these days, I'll ring you up to say, I found Gordon goddamn Freeman. Kleiner returned the smile in kind. That would certainly be a red letter day. Oh no! Oh my, there we are. That's chapter 2. There is a chapter 3, I'm gonna keep that one
Donation
ready. There is so much
received.
going on in the stories. I picked some of the shorter ones, but I figured with those big donations, we get some of the big longer ones in because there's a lot. Oh man. All right, we got $15.69, which means we got ourselves another bunny hop, Sakura. I am setting the timer for bunny hops and go. Bunny hops all the way for 1 minute. I hope I didn't miss anything. I thought I kept up track with the donations and everything like this. I hope I didn't miss anything. I essentially do them $25 per page because the pages are kind of long. And so I give a little bit extra on some of those. But, you know, it's a good time. You guys were very generous with the donations, and that's very kind of you. And it's all helping a wonderful cause. I love that we are now, by the way, $10,015.69. Nice. Yeah, this is a multi-page chapter fanfiction, Bork. It's long. Ooh, Sir Spamazome says you should see the pop. Gotta see that. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one. Half-Life 2 is one of the best games that has ever been made, said Clash 1987. I agree wholeheartedly. Still stands the test of time, to say the least. And what's even great is that... There we go. Yeah. You're done with bunny hopping. Through the words Sakura, don't forget to say... A hard save. Yes, hard save, Sakura. Zuki Wookie says, I can't believe they made a video game out of these stories you're reading. Right? The critically acclaimed, pretty good thing. Fanfiction. What's interesting is that also with Half-Life 2, I don't know if anybody's ever seen all the footage of like what they had originally planned. I mean, they had essentially made another game, you know, with all these different kind of concepts included in like life on the city and stuff like this, which are really also just as stellar as the game itself. And Sakura is doing amazing. Team Wildwood, I would agree wholeheartedly. They are a pro gamer. Sakura is a pro gamer. So good. Maskuru Gaming says, I wish they knew who beat Blue Shift because I was in a nap chain at that point, waking up to follow, then return to napping. Oh, I feel you there. Zuki Wookie says, I want to see the footage on what they had planned for Half-Life 3. Right? Oh my gosh. New games also need bogus read fanfiction. Oh my gosh, yes, Atari Beer Pong, yes. I've already got the bad MS Paint artwork for everything, but now add some fanfiction. But like, I'm waiting because like what I'm playing. The next game I'm playing is Spellcasting 101, a text adventure. I don't know if there's very much Spellcasting 101 fanfiction.
Hey, your mom.
Yeah, oh, your mom, how's it going? Yeah, it's all in. Oh, it's good times. Let's Bogus Read fanfiction for whatever game is next year. You know what? I'm on it. You get a good game, I got it. Again, I was talking about how crazy it is. There's a Half-Life Mega Man crossover fanfiction, a Half-Life House MD crossover fanfiction, there's 2 House Zelda crossover fanfictions, and all of them are completely all about the original source material, and then with a tiny, small snippet of Half-Life added to it. It is so weird. The Zelda Half-Life crossover fanfiction.
Are you ready for a train wreck?
Let's see the train. 90% Zelda, which is a tiny sliver of Half-Life. It is so weird, and like they dedicate so much time to not mentioning Half-Life. Oh, the beautiful train wreck. I love it. And yeah, it's so weird because like they'll talk about like, the Combine are invading Hyrule, right? But at no point do they say Combine. No point do they reference anything in there. Just like haze and screams and tendrils and like that's all they talk about. They don't actually like mention anything. Like blazing arcs of green energy but no reference to anything else. Dude, Rush Pirate, thank you for the sub, my friend. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Again, everybody, We are raising money for Save.
That
an
was bad.
organization-
Haha.
It's okay, Sakura. You're doing fantastic. Save is a wonderful organization dedicated to offering education, resources, and tools for people, and training to people to help deal with suicide prevention and awareness. It is a very vital resource that we need, and can be helped by your generous donations. Everybody has been so kind. We just hit and shattered a huge milestone of $10,000, which is absolutely monumental. And it has also led to many a toddy? Oh my god, I can't do words anymore. Reading of some fan fiction, but also can force Sakura to do very difficult maneuvers, like being only crowbar at just $5 of a donation, and also do a minute of bunny hopping for 10. Well, yeah. Raynor says, opposing forces night vision is bright. Oh my god, it is. I had Tawdry correct. Okay, good. Ishimitsu, how's it going, by the way? It's good to see you. This is such a great time. Oh man. People give a lot of flack. We need to hit 13,000 because I want to see the last Epoch stream. So do I, your mom. People give a lot of flack for the driving segments and like the boat segments of Half-Life 2, and I legitimately enjoy them a bunch. Oh, we got stuck. I enjoy them a bunch because they really do offer this feeling of like traversal, that you're going places, that you're traveling a huge distance, and when you come across those kind of like lone houses and buildings and little checkpoints, it really does add to that intensity. Oh my gosh. 10 minutes left for the end of the hour. No way. Time is flying. Holy smokes. Wow. That's amazing. Time flies when you're having fun. Team Wildwood is up next. Oh, I'm excited. Ooh, a good spot, too. I love the driving scenes. It's so good. Sakura, you did a fantastic job, by the way. Huge progress. Round of applause for Sakura, the greatest cheerleader in the world. That's me clapping. Trying not to be as loud as possible. Because they're the best. Honestly. If you are in any way in the Discord, or Save&Raid, or in any of the communities of any of these streamers, she is a regular in all of them, all of the time, and legitimately the most supportive person out there, who always has a moment to answer any questions, always gathering information, tips, and a wellspring of resources that at any point is available. The kindest person on the planet. Honestly, the best. Sir Spamazone says, you can't spell Twitch without Sakura. They are the nicest person on the planet. Oh man, the house searching. You're good, Raynor. No worries. Oh no! Not those things. Oh, dude, I hate these things. Those are the worst. Mines. Oh my gosh. And what am I talking about? Like the environmental storytelling of the house, of houses that you come across, seeing things boarded up. These things tell a story. They all do. And it's really interesting that if you take the time to really like look at it and observe it, you see those stories come to shape. And it's just added, an added element, that attention to detail that makes the game truly great. That background music though, oh my gosh. At this rate, they're gonna have to release Half-Life 3 before we're done, your mom. Absolutely. Well, I mean, we do have Half-Life Alyx, which is fantastic. A fantastic game. Although I wish we'd have more Half-Life stuff, for sure. We're never gonna get 3. I wish. Oh my gosh. Rainer says Automod is trash, pass it on. Automod is trash, pass it on. Tell your friends. Automod is trash. Suckers use it. Oh, you're using the Magnum. Magnum is one of the best. You know what? I have to say that, like, getting gun feel is really important. Nukem says, there's another bit of major world building happening here. Look at how far the beaches are seeded. The aliens are draining away Earth's water. Everything, Nukem, and absolutely all resources, including water. How crazy is that? I was a kid who grew up with a V, and I love that stuff, man. It's so good. World building, fantastic. 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness, looks like we're getting our final save. What a good place to save, too, Sakura. Oh, great job. I love it. Bravo. Mr. Spamism. Trash is Automod. On it, pass. Good job, Sakura. That was fantastic. Who's next again? What do we got?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Thank you all.
Let's see. What's the command? What's the command? That's our command, is it? What Team Wildwood is next? Absolutely. So yeah, we're going to be rating them in just a minute here when Sakura gets the stuff uploaded. Thank you all again for coming in. Thank you all for those amazing donations. And again, we got ourselves over that $10,000 milestone. Absolutely mind-blowing. You all are unbelievable. Completely amazing. And that is the best feeling ever. You guys are so, so kind. And of course, what better person to offer that to? It was a good time. Oh, anyways, I'm Bogus Meat Factory. You always give me a follow if you're ever interested in more ridiculousness and sadness. But of course, more than anything, follow Sakura. Follow Sakura. Give them all the love in the world. They're day streamers usually, and they're awesome. And if we hit that big milestone for the Portal 2 co-op, didn't we? So we'll be doing Portal 2 together. Everyone here is legends, Raynor. I agree wholeheartedly. Oh, it's very kind. Yeah, Maskuro, that's very kind of you too. Tiki Wisdom, thank you so much. And thank you everybody who gave follows as well. Came in from those raids, all the raids. It's awesome. You're all very kind, and both Sakura and I very much appreciate that love and support. That is the best. Uploading now. Woohoo! Captain Peelcard says, Sakura, thank you for all of the encouragement and appreciation you've shown to me. I know many here share the same sentiment. Thank you for being an amazing part of the group. Couldn't have said it better myself, Captain Peelcard. Thank you. Atari Beer Pong says, great reading Bogus and Sakura for the stream and doing all that you do. Very kind, Atari Beer Pong.
I want to thank you all again. I appreciate you being here with me and with the event, and especially your generosity to a cause that is so important. Finally, I get to tell you about myself. I just started streaming on December 1st for DOS Ember, and with the loving support of my friends, just kept going. I stream a variety of mostly retro games and try to play entire series runs. Currently, I'm working on the Homeworld series, and Homeworld 2 begins tomorrow. My stream times are in the morning in the US, 10 a.m. EST, till about 1 or 2 p.m. estate. If you want conversion, there's listings in the About section. I try to have a relaxed, chill vibe, and I am always welcoming to lurkers and anyone who feels the same. I also do fun little songs for my alerts and shoutouts. And as we wrap up, the one thing I hope for most on TTS is that even the best ones barely have emotion, and this one is very flat. I am in tears as I type this. I feel deep gratitude and joy. Thank you for letting me be a part of this wonderful cause. I want you to imagine this in the upcoming words. And to conclude, remember, you are loved, Each and every one of you. Even in the hardest times, you can find someone that cares. I may not know everyone personally, though I do know many, but I know someone does because I care. Take care of yourselves. In real life, you cannot. Quick load. Find help if you need it. I love you all. With that, let's raid into Team Wildwood. Give them the save and raid love that you have shown here. Continue being awesome.
Killed it, Sakura. The best. That was amazing. You did such a great job.